Someone at the door, John, now I'm here to stay. Tell me who the fuck gonna face the music. More brick laying, less screen time. Been cutting back on the daily usage. Long road for the road dogs, for the weird minds. From a soapbox, got BKTs on this bitch, so everybody getting rolled on, yeah. Yeah, everybody getting rolled on. Check all this credits on BMI. I'm just too kind to expose y'all. And I see a team with a ghost sign and question if y'all ever wrote songs. All enemies, I'm on a band study, please don't.
Man, I don't know what it is about this time of year.
The eggnog.
Sound of sleigh bells ringing through the air.
The smell of fresh broken glass in the air.
Yeah, bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm not a cat. I don't say meow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I go moo. Moo. Moo.
That's
All
right.
right.
That is right, sir. That bitch is a cow.
Why is there a picture of Stevie Nicks when you start?
You like that?
I like Stevie Nicks. I love Stevie Nicks.
That is an intro I made for the Bleeding Edge reactions that I do. You know, that I like my actual, like, you know, my music and like my song, my band, you know, reactions. Mostly done, of course, to Bandmade. And I don't even know if I've even told you about the series I've been doing on the Bandmade video collaborations and whatnot I've been doing.
I every now and then I'll see like the little like notification that you started and like, oh, it's Band-Aid.
I've done a ton of them, man. I mean, at this point, you know, like, I mean, and I keep on making them all the time. I get pretty backed up sometimes with having so many of them laying around, you know, needing to be put up. But long story short,
you got Band-Made. I have a Band-Aid.
There you go. good connection. That's that same kind of connective tissue that we like from Marvel Studios. But no, so basically, you know, I make intros specifically for the Bleeding Edge reactions, and then I like to mix them in and out, you know, with like the actual MCU'S Bleeding Edge intros. I'll flip them in and out, and I just wanted to change things up. So for one of my intros, I did a review, a reaction of Fleetwood Mac, The Chain.
Oh, okay.
I did a reaction video of that just to change things up. I love Fleetwood Mac. They're one of my favorite bands.
They're great. They're great.
And I mean, I think Stevie Nicks is still attractive to, like, now, but young Stevie Nicks from like back in the day in the 70s when they did Rumors and everything was like fine, dude. You know what I mean?
Just like the white wing does.
There you go. So
sings the song.
So that's why I went ahead and made that, and I just thought it was an interesting dichotomy that I have that like gangster rap on there with Stevie Nicks in the background.
It's a little jarring, yeah, just because I don't see like the. I don't see the connection there, so yeah, it's a little jarring. I'm like, why is this rap? There's Stevie Nicks.
Honestly, Andrew, you want to know something really interesting about the MCU's Bleeding Edge? Like, honestly, I never came in ever planning on like having any of these unique like things going on with the show. Like, that was never the goal or something like that. It just all fell into place like that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, us becoming like we're the only MCU. You know, Marvel, DCU, you know, like fandom YouTube channel, podcast that I know of that plays like hardcore rap to start their show off. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure there probably are some other ones too, you know?
Right.
But very rare to see anybody like in our genre do that.
It's rap and Stevie Nicks, and it leads into the Marvel Studios intro, and
it's an interesting grouping of shit.
Hodgepodge of things.
And then you've got some bitch in a cow outfit. You know.
Did not expect that.
Yeah, I put that out. I put that out for you, special, Andrew.
I knew it.
Yeah. So, anyways, folks, this is of course the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. This is the Sunday evening edition. I am Jeff S, aka TrueKnowledge, co-host of the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. Yes, it is our poster. I am planning on making an effort to hopefully print out some posters here soon, so that I can, before I can sell them to anybody else in the public, I got to make sure that I hook up all my friends and my good guests and everything, and they need a poster. So, you know, before I can go out there and sell them, I've got to go ahead and print 10 of them real quick so I can make sure Andrew gets one, Alexis gets one. I know you'd like to have one, Andrew.
Sure. I don't know where I would put it. It would kind of clash with my bedroom, but sure. Yeah, I put it somewhere.
It's a cool poster, man.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I just, you know, it just...
I mean, hey,
a very feng shui when it comes to like.
Hey, from a standpoint of what I've seen from other YouTubers and their swag and whatnot, that's a pretty solid poster. It really is. Yeah. You know, I mean, hats off to Arch Stanton, man, for coming up with that logo for us, dude. That was clutch.
I miss Arch. I haven't seen him in a while.
I miss him too, man. You know what? I mean, obviously, you know, I still try to get in touch with him all the time about coming on and, you know, whatnot. He's not even going on the Podcast of Champions lately, so it's not just that he's not coming on here.
Oh.
He's just not recording in general.
MIA.
Yeah, you know, hey, I mean, people get busy. He's got a really busy job, you know, and you know, he's married, you know, so he's got that going on. So, you know, I respect all that and everything, and I'm sure eventually he'll come back around, you know. He seems to be a little bit disinterested right now with like where things are at with Marvel.
Okay.
I guess, in a way or something. That's kind of the vibe I've gotten from him when I've tried to talk to him, basically. But anyways, we are here. We're a twosome as of right now, unless we have some other guests deciding to pop on later on tonight. It's me and Andrew from GNN, my good friend, semi-frequent guest on the Bleeding Edge. Andrew, tell me about how things at GNN are going for you and how things are going for you with your writing.
They're going.
Tell us about your podcasts.
Sure. Okay. So, as I've mentioned before, I do have a video game podcast that I do with my best friend. It's called DuoSense, DuoSense. DuoSense podcast, where we talk about the latest in video game news, what's going on, and there's controversies. There usually is some kind of controversy, and then we just talk about what we've been playing, and it's pretty much just shoot the crap about video games and stuff. And then, yeah, like Jeff mentioned, if you look down there, like where my little name title is, Andrew GNN, that's because I am a staff writer for GNN, where I write about video game news, but also occasionally Star Wars, very rarely Marvel stuff. But so yeah, things are going pretty well. One of our guys is over. He's huge into like Legos. So my editor actually, Dave, I forgot his full name. Not Grimillion, the other another David. He's over at Brickfest, which is like a big Lego convention. So he's covering that for us right now.
Oh, you mean Dave?
David Furr. There you go.
Yeah, I know David. I miss that guy, man. I always enjoyed recording with him, dude. That was one of the things. Like, unfortunately, that when we lost our spot at GNN, he's somebody that like I should have reached out to him and been like, hey, you know, like, look, man, I'd love to still try to like collaborate with you, like, and you know, bring you around, you know, like in the future. I never even asked him about it. You know what I mean? I just kind of assumed that, you know, because like he's tight with Chris,
right?
That probably, you know, that wasn't something he'd be down with. You know what I mean? You know, I just basically left him a message and just let him know that I appreciated everything he did on the Bleeding Edge with us and whatnot and everything, and that I really enjoyed knowing him. You know?
Okay.
I left it there. So, like, I figured, you know, if he wanted to continue talking to me or whatever, he could, I mean, you know, he could come off that.
Yeah, maybe he might. I know he's the type who's like kind of above drama, so maybe, probably. I am. So
yeah, I mean, you know, and then me and Kat, unfortunately, aren't getting along too well these days. Yeah,
that's unfortunate because I've seen her pop up here every now and then, like once or twice.
Yeah, you know what? I mean,
this year alone, I saw her like on here twice.
I love recording with Kat. She's great. Like, I mean, I support her over like at, you know, Geek Gauntlet and everything and whatnot. I try to catch all their shows whenever I can, and I get in the comment section and whatnot, you know, and support William and Shaw and Janae and all.
Oh yeah, that's like where that overlap is with William. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fact of the matter is that the reason why I picked Friday and Sunday for these weekend shows was to make sure that I wasn't competing with William, you know, on Saturday nights. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it wasn't just at the GNN perspective; it was the Minds Creativity Network perspective, and the fact that, like, as of right now, at the Minds Creativity Network, the network that I will hopefully soon be launching in the next couple of weeks, once I get the website up and running, basically, we're the featured creators on the network. You know, like, I mean, on our YouTube channel, where we actually have almost 130 subscribers and only a month plus of having a YouTube channel,
Right.
that nobody even really knows about us yet. Not bad, 130 subscribers. It's all based off our content from the Bleeding Edge.
Oh, you know who invited me on earlier, but I couldn't join them was our friend David Lozano. Yeah, he invited me on earlier.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, but it was just bad timing. It was just bad timing.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, I got to check in with him and say hello and whatnot and see how he's doing.
Yeah, I liked him. He's a cool guy.
I didn't realize you connected with him.
Yeah, the same time, the last time when we were both on at the same time, like we friend requested each other and we didn't chat. Well, because we're big into Star Wars, so there's like that connective tissue right there before us. But yeah,
Gotcha.
cool guy.
Yep. Yeah, David is a cool guy. I enjoyed having him on. But yeah, you know, things happen. You know how it is. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I do enjoy. I enjoy recording with Kat. I've got to make a concerted effort to really start to, like, kind of rebuild my my female guest roster, because, like, I've
Rolodex.
I don't have that many to roll with right now at the current moment, and you know, they're coveted to have. You know what I mean? It's good to it's great to have female guests. You know, and when Alexis has Comic-Con season going on like she does right now, you know, we can't really rely on her, you know, as much.
Right.
So at that point, you know, we're kind of stuck. And so, you know, but good things have been happening. I hired Vincent Van Spock as my production assistant. He's now a full-time member of the Bleeding Edge.
Cool.
He's in the background, in a supporting role as a production assistant for the Bleeding Edge and the Minds Creativity Network.
Is he here right now?
No, he's supposed to be on. I don't know why he's not here.
He said he's on in the background, so I'm like, oh, is he like just off screen right now?
No, I mean, you know, I'm gonna test him right out and ask him why he didn't come on.
Is that a TVA shirt?
Yes, it is.
That's cool. I didn't know they made shirts for that. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Dude, I had to go buy new hangers the other day because I've got so many t-shirts. I've gone on a t-shirt spree, bro.
A t-shirt spree.
Yes. I've been going crazy with the t-shirts, man. I finally got some WandaVision t-shirts, which I'm really happy to have. I got this. I got the TVA t-shirt. I've got 2 TVA t-shirts. I got an Alligator Loki t-shirt.
Okay.
Fucking A, hell yeah. And you know I've been getting all kinds of Band-Maid t-shirts. I've got like 7 of them now.
Jesus. One for every day of the week.
Yo, I love Band-Maid, man. I really do. Oh, so as far as like the whole deal with the Band-Maid series, I've been doing this reaction. I call it. I've never heard of anybody else doing this. I created this series of reaction video collaborations to Band-Maid, where I introduced the band to people, like to other creators and shit.
Okay.
And lately, I've actually been mixing in other TBI survivors as well, and including them in the whole series. I've had 2 TBI survivors come on and make reaction videos with me to Band-Maid.
TBI?
Yeah, traumatic brain injury survivors.
Oh, I didn't know that was an acronym for something.
Yeah, you know, because I'm a part of the community, you know. It's not something that I like to talk about very often, like openly here on the shows that much.
Okay.
Just because, you know, it's kind of, it's not that I'm not embarrassed by it or anything like that and whatnot. It's just, I don't want to drag anybody down, you know what I mean? Or get into, like, what happened to me or, like, any of that kind of crap, you know.
Create fuel or something,
No, not even that. It's just, you know, I don't want to, we've talked about this before, man. You know how I feel about it. I don't need a crutch. You know, I don't need that. Like, I don't need to have some kind of, you know, excuse to have, you know, for, whatever. You know what I mean? Like my content maybe not being as good as it could be, or this or that or whatever. I'd rather like let our content like stand out on its own.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have that like connection where I'm using the angle of me being a disabled person, you know, as a part of it. I don't want to do that.
Right.
So I'm just checking in with Vincent Van Spock real quick to see if he's going to come on, because he was going to live with me tonight. I don't know why he's not here. I forgot about that. It's tough, man. It's tough. But my good friend Andrew's here with me, and honestly, man, sometimes some of the best shows that I have are like just 2 people or 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last Sunday we had a show with my friend from Rizzle, one of my fellow Rizzlers, Big Gene came on with Sally the MCU girl, and we had a blast. And my daughter came on.
Oh, really?
And did a segment with us. We were celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Avengers,
Oh,
the
okay.
original Avengers film, and she came on for that segment.
You told me Rizzo's that app, right? I think you told me about it before.
Yeah, it's when I started on.
Okay.
It's like a TikTok similar app.
Some kind of budding social network for creators or something, right?
Yeah, something like that, man. I mean, you know, I'm loyal, so I still go on there here and there and make content here and there. But they don't monetize, man. Like, there's no monetization on there. There's no, like, legit monetization. So, at that point, my almost 17 million views and, like, 435,000 and counting, like, followers on there really mean nothing other than, like, looking good in my media kit. You know?
You can always what do you call it, leverage that around it for something. Like,
on my media kit, it looks good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But at the same time, though, people don't know who the fuck Rizzle is.
Yeah, I only know of it because you mentioned it once or twice.
There you go. Yeah, nobody knows what it is. So, like, you know, at that point, it doesn't exactly get me very far. I've actually been looking at some agencies lately. You know, content creation agencies.
Mm-hmm.
To see about maybe potentially like hooking up with an agency. That's something I've been looking into, checking out.
Oh, okay, here it is. I say now. Rizzle.tv.
Yep, that would be it.
World's most innovative short videos and series app.
Yeah, they're kind of overvaluing themselves a little bit with that shit.
It's like you see those burger places, world famous burgers, and it's like, what? Or like those stores that are like, we're going out of business sale, like the sale's going on for like years at a point. Start your own show.
Yeah, they make it sound like everything's all hunky dory on there, but I'm telling you right now, it's most of like the people on there that are good friends of mine on Rizzle are already off the app. You know, like big Rizzlers that I knew on there and whatnot and everything, they've already like left. You know.
Oh, there's a section for skill shares for learning skills. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of everything on there.
Watercoloring, stocks, crypto, fishing, even. This is cool. But yeah, they must not have a huge marketing budget because I have never heard of them outside of you. So
I know, right? Every time I ever mention it to anybody, nobody ever knows what it is. You remember the other time we recorded a couple nights ago or whatever, and like my camera kept shutting off?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that happened to me last Sunday too. And every time I was trying to play videos and clips and stuff, they were freezing on me and stuff and whatnot. And I finally found out what was wrong. I needed to delete and empty my my Google cache. Yes. I had to completely delete it and I had to uninstall Google on my MacBook Pro and then reinstall it.
Okay.
That was the issue. Once I did that, everything was gravy.
I had that same issue, but not with that. It was with trying to get because like, you know, Comixology, right? Like Marvel Unlimited, like Marvel has like its own like online like Netflix for comic books, right? Where you can just read whatever comics. But for some reason, app.
You mean Marvel Plus?
Marvel Unlimited, it's called.
Oh, limited. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, so there's an issue where it doesn't always work with desktops, and apparently it's like a cache memory issue. Like, 'cause it works on my phone, it works on a tablet, but if I try to use it on my desktop, like it won't like work sometimes. So I have to like completely I have to like empty everything for it to work.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
I haven't been on there in a while, but yeah, I have it. It's useful to have. It's good to have around.
That's how I read. I wanted to read the whole Miss Marvel series before the show came out.
Yeah.
So that's what I did with it.
That's a good idea on your part to do that. But yeah. Also, I finally went ahead and connected an Ethernet cable directly from my modem to my MacBook.
Oh, okay.
I finally went ahead and did it, since they say that is like what it boils down to. It the number one best thing you can do to boost your Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah.
For your streams.
That's what I have. I have it like this desktop, this one I'm on right now. Like my modem is like down the hall outside, past a few rooms. And like I have a 40-foot Ethernet cable running along like the freaking the crown molding of the house.
Dude, look, I had to buy a special dongle, okay, just to be able to connect an Ethernet, because none of my dongles have an Ethernet port.
Right.
You want to see this is the mess I have going on over here that I have got to like deal with over here. Check this out.
We're getting the behind the scenes studio
This
look.
is what the left side of my MacBook Pro looks like.
Wow.
That's the special dongle I had to buy.
You gotta work on that cable management, man.
Look at that shit, bro. Isn't that intense?
You gotta buy like one of those cable. You know those little plastic cases they have online where you like put all your cables and you run it through just one giant cable instead.
You see that, folks? That is true knowledge right there at its best. Keep it a professional.
Is that like a USB adapter for more USB like slot?
Yeah, dude. There's 4 different dongles going on right here.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Because look, I mean, the MacBook Pro only has those 2 Type-C connections. That's it. As far as like input output, that's all there is.
Wow.
So at that point, you have to have dongles. You have to. And then, depending on like, they do make dongles that are like huge, that are like $120 a pop, that have like 8 different slots for this and this and that and everything.
Right.
I tried getting a hub, like a full-on hub for the MacBook Pro. I didn't like it. It didn't work for me. And so I sent it back to Amazon.
I thought you were gonna make like a hub joke, and I was surprised you didn't lean into that. So,
no, I'm not going to. I couldn't think of anything. That nothing clicked with hub on that in that. And I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you the truth. I wish I had not so quickly bought the Logitech external speakers I have, because they're good. They're good speakers.
right.
But I would have liked to have gotten something with more kick, and honestly, when I was looking to shop for them that day, they had a couple other types of Logitech external speakers that were bigger, where I could have just upgraded about like $20 probably and like gotten the bigger pair. But I was in such a rush because at that point I thought that was going to be like the key to like my my reaction video problems. I was going to have external speakers and let my music just play right through that, and let my microphone pick that up. Well, that didn't work at all.
Is it just not powerful enough for Bandmade?
You can't do reaction videos that way, man.
Oh.
With external speakers like that going into your microphone, yeah, it just does not work, dude. Unfortunately, it does not work. So, but these headphones I have on right now, I got a Cyber a pair too. These are the
Audio-Technica guys.
Yep, these are the Audio-Technica ATH M30X. My last pair was also Audio-Technica. You could always tell by the little
triangle.
Yep. And I upgraded. I'm hooking Cyber up, man.
Their mics are pretty good too. Last week I was on my cousin's podcast, and he brought his mics with him, and he had like one of those those digital out recorders, like the ones you carry. It was like a H6 something. I can't remember the name. but like it's the kind where you just hook up the mics directly to this like little tiny device, so you don't need a computer. Like you're just doing an in-person recording, and it was like like the mics, like the quality was like amazing.
I still have not gotten this bitch working yet.
Something like that, kind of like like okay, it's like those like those ports and those knobs, but it's like shaped. It's a smaller box, so it's like H6.
This is a PreSonus audio interface.
Oh, okay. It looks like that, like those knobs and like those like inputs look about the same, but it's like a different. It has a screen on it. And it's like a different little package.
I just have not been able to figure out how to use that thing. Honestly, I haven't. Whenever I've tried to plug it in and everything and whatnot and use it, I've never been able to get it to work. You know, so at some point I will. But I mean, down the road, it would be nice to be able to use it because I mean, I do occasionally get chances to actually have other people with me physically,
right?
You know, to like record with. And I wouldn't mind like buying an extra microphone, you know, for another person to come in and like, you know, and actually like record with me.
Like a round table thing, yeah.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, with my setup, like I was when I have had another person with me, usually it's like a female friend or whatever. I can't even actually figure out how to like do the settings on my MacBook to where I can distribute to 2 different pairs of headphones. Like off the MacBook and like balance it. Like there's a setting for it and I can't figure out how to do it.
Right. I had the same issue too with like when I tried to record with Audacity, and Audacity will not recognize more than one mic at a time. So I
even bought the part and everything too to add another like line. Right here. This is what you need right here.
Yeah.
So whatever. Bottom line, on to the meat of the live stream. Let's talk Miss Marvel.
All right, let's talk Miss Marvel.
Let's watch that trailer again. I haven't watched it in a while.
Gina, dale, Gina.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say, I get it.
You get what?
High school.
Kamala. Another adventure shirt. Cute. She thinks I'm some kind of weirdo.
You are a weirdo.
Boys.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're kind of on my shit.
Sorry.
But you're staring out the window in your little fantasy land. Kamala, hey, already? Really? Come on, like...
Do I have to figure out my whole future before lunch, or is there like... Maybe they're right. I spend too much time in fantasy land.
That is not you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City who save the world. That's a fantasy too.
Did something happen to you?
No, why? Did you hear something?
Kamala? What does it feel like?
Cosmic. I always thought I wanted this kind of life, but I never imagined any of this.
Do you know what you are?
I'm a superhero.
Good stuff.
I may have to play that again because I was not able to pay attention to the whole thing because I was trying to multitask about it occurred to me all of a sudden that I wanted to look up really quick and see what's been reported as far as like what's going on with those bands that she has in the trailer. I think they're called the Nega bands.
Yeah.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, I think they were the bands that the original OG Captain Marvel, like the male one from the comics, used to wear. They're basically like Kree tech.
Yes, they're Kree
Yeah.
tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be like a far cry change for her, since in the comics she gets it from like the Terrigen Mist because she's like an Inhuman and stuff.
Yep.
But
Hold
seems
on.
like they're
Hold that thought. I'm gonna play the trailer
right.
again. Bear with me.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say, I get it.
You get what?
High school.
Kamala. Another adventure shirt. Cute. She thinks I'm some kind of weirdo.
You were a weirdo.
Boys.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're kind of on my shirt.
Sorry.
But you're staring out the window in your little fantasy land. Kamala, hey. Already? Really? Come on, like...
Do I have to figure out my whole future before lunch, or is there maybe they're right? I spend too much time in fantasy land.
That is not you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City who save the world. That's a fantasy too.
Did something happen to you?
No, why? Did you hear something?
Kamala? What does it feel like?
Cosmic. I always thought I wanted this kind of life, but I never imagined any of this.
Do you even know what you are?
I'm a superhero.
That's really cute. I really do dig that the way that the trailer goes out with her like on top of that street lamp like that and everything and whatnot. Like that's really cool. I do dig that.
I think that's the cover of like the 5th or 6th comic in the original run.
Yeah.
Where she's on it's a tilted angle and she's like on the street line and stuff. So yeah, they went for that homage with that.
Her American accent is great.
I don't know. Is she British? Is she from?
She's Pakistani and she lives in Canada.
Oh, okay. So she's from Canada. Okay, so I mean, well, depending on what part of Canada that's from, because there's like the French side of Canada and there's like the English speaking side of Canada. So I'm guessing the English side is where she's from then.
Even though I'm sure she still probably had to do work on her accent.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because she's imitating a New Jersey.
Yeah, she's supposed to be from Newark or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know. I mean, she certainly does not have a Jersey accent. Let's be real here. Like, look, I've got a lot of family from Jersey, all right? And, like, I know what a Jersey accent sounds like with a woman.
I've seen enough Real Housewives of New Jersey to kind of get that.
They're pretty strong. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
Yeah.
You know when you're talking to a Jersey girl.
That sounds right. I'm thinking of, like, Snooki and all those Jersey Shore.
I've got a couple of cousins. I love them to death, and like they're all from Jersey, and they've got that accent and everything. I love it.
That's funny.
New Jersey women are feisty chicks, man.
I believe it. Very tough women.
They don't play around.
Yeah.
That's a cool trailer, man. It's growing on me. It is.
Yeah, there was a new one. I don't know if you saw that. I think like they put like a new one like in the last 2 days. Maybe Marvel put like a second teaser. I think.
Oh, come on. Let me look real quick.
I could be wrong. Let me double check because I think it's a mixture of like that first one and then like added like just an extra couple like scene. Okay, yeah, there was one. Yeah, from 7 days ago. It's titled "Not Alone" from Marvel. The channel's Marvel Entertainment. I think it's a few extra scenes kind of just thrown in, but it's like kind of like the same thing. If you can find it, it's from like 7 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, they put out like a slightly altered, newer-ish one. I'm excited for the show. I after reading the original, like I think it's like 17, 19 issues, her first, the 2013 run. I forgot what year it was, but it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. There's a lot like I like seeing the trailer now with like I'm like, oh, that's supposed to be that character, or like, oh, that's like this thing is going on that incident. So like it's pretty cool seeing it again.
What is this? This has got to be a fan trailer. Marvel Studios Captain Marvel 2
Nah,
teaser trailer.
check the channel, dude. Always check the channel.
It's Screen Culture. It's got to be a fan
Yeah,
trailer.
Screen Culture does a lot of those fan ones that are like those are tricky. Look for like the official Marvel ones. That's like, and then you just
I still want to watch it. I don't care if it's a fan trailer. I think it would still be. I think it would still be neat to check it out. Why not?
or if you want, I can send the URL of like the legit second trailer.
I think I found it. You tell me if this sounds right. Hold on one second.
It should be entitled like "Not Alone." I think it's short. It's like 30 seconds.
Okay, this is what I found. Miss Marvel Trailer 2 2022 teaser. 2 minutes 32 seconds. This
Shouldn't be that long.
This is from moviegasm.com.
I'm not familiar with that one. That's why I always look at the channel for like the legit.
Oh,
like,
I
source.
found it. I found it. Not Alone.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Oh man, I'm getting laugh lines on my eyes.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Andrew. It's nice to be recording with you again tonight, brother.
It is, huh?
I missed you.
It's the good old days, which was like a few months ago.
Hey, man. You and I have had some really good shows before.
I like to think so too.
We have, without question. And hey, dude, you know what's cool? The Bleeding Edge not only hit our 1,000 subscriber mark
On YouTube?
Yes.
Cool.
Like,
Congratulations.
We surpassed it. Like, we're already past it. We're already up into like the 1,100 plus mark.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
That's right. Yep. Yes, sir. Finally. A lot of hard work to get there, but yeah, I basically I did a ton of reaction videos for like over a week, and I went ahead and I uploaded and slapped all of them up, like all like 17 of them and shit, up onto YouTube right at the exact same time, like 3 or 4 days ago. And across those 3 or 4 days, just based off those reaction videos and then the Marvel content we'd put up in that time too, that was enough to take us over the 1,000 mark.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next stop, 2,000.
If you build it, they will come.
I'll tell you what, man. Did you hear about the whole like 10th anniversary of the Avengers movie thing?
I know you guys did something about that. You guys you guys supposedly did like a kind of like
no. Did you hear about it when it happened though? Did you hear about that it was the 10th anniversary of the first Avengers film?
No.
Yeah, like a week ago or whatever. Last weekend it was the 10th anniversary of the first Avengers film.
It's crazy. It's also the lesser known, the 20th anniversary of the Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Which came out like May something 2002.
I see. Oh, that's Moon Knight episode 5 promo. We don't want that. Okay, now where did my MacBook Pro put that Miss Marvel trailer at? That's weird. Oh, well, you sent it to me in the private chat.
I did.
Wait a second. What the hell? I did download, like I did actually download those files. I don't know why I'm not seeing them right now. They're not coming up.
Were you trying to play another like little skit or something?
No, no. I can't literally find for some reason where the Miss Marvel trailer.
I put it in the private chat also.
Yeah, I know. Oh, here it is. I found it. Not alone. There it is. I got it. This is the Captain Marvel fan trailer.
It's been a lot of years, Captain. Long time to stay away.
How about I tell you my secret when you've told me yours?
I was sent by an old friend of your mother's. He'd like to meet with you. Where?
I'm covering a lot of territory. The things that are happening on Earth are happening everywhere. On thousands of planets.
Yeah, that was pretty obviously like about as clear a fan trailer as you could make it. But you know what?
Especially
though?
considering it's not called Captain Marvel 2.
No, but you know what? It is. It is actually. You know what? Like, I don't know. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say that I have a feeling for some reason that when they do finally drop the first trailer for the Marvels, it's probably gonna be pretty damn good.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I don't know what I have no idea what it could even be about. Like, I don't know, like what the plot or villain or whatever is going to be. But I mean, for me, it really just hinges on how well Miss Marvel, the series coming out next month, is how well received it is. That's going to let us know. That's going to give us like it's going to be the hint of like how well.
To some extent, because she's only a piece of like what the
right.
what the Marvels is going to be about, and if anything, I would think that it's still going to be Brie Larson's movie. Like she's going to set the tone. She is Captain Marvel. And if anything, it's probably going to be kind of like the coming out party of Monica Rambeau as Photon. Or whatever they're going to have her be. I'm assuming it's going to be Photon.
Do you think we'll see Captain Marvel herself like take on like another like person like binary or any other kind of like form or
she's already didn't
persona?
I mean, well, hold on. She's gone. What is it called? Is it called binary when she goes binary and everything and whatnot with her powers? Didn't she do that in the first Captain Marvel film a couple times already? Where she,
sort of, yeah.
Where she completely glows. Overall,
yeah, you're right.
That's her going binary.
Right, he has like the big gold reddish aura and stuff. Okay, yeah,
yes, where the energy's like completely encapsulates her and it's like around her and whatnot and everything. That's when she's at her most powerful state. Like, and and she can only do it for a short period of time, but at that point, she becomes like almost like a living speeding bullet. Like that's
Super Saiyan.
That's when she's able. That's what she did when she punched through Thanos' ship.
Oh, that's right. When she's like,
yes, that was binary mode right there. Like when she's in her normal Captain Marvel state, she can't do that. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So like when she when she got like rid of that little chip thing, right? That's when she like just completely like engulfs the entire room she's in.
Yes, they had
Gotcha.
like the Kree had been like dampening her powers or whatever, you know, and restricting like her full abilities, you know. If anything, that's probably going to be a part of the film too. It's going to be, you know, her still like grappling with becoming Captain Marvel and like embracing like the reality of like how powerful she is, you know. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be. I feel like a lot of it is going to be like it's going to be a kind of an introduction, another introduction, almost a second introduction to Monica Rambeau, as you know, as she also like starts to grapple with the powers that she now has the ability to use, you know, which she very much doesn't understand. I mean, and honestly, who does she really have to go to, you know, to help her kind of like determine what the hell's going on, like what she can and can't do, right?
Right.
She doesn't really have that many allies, you know, when you think about it. You know, you'd think probably the number one direction she'd go in would be go to Nick Fury. You know,
Maybe,
because, I mean,
or I guess in this case, her mom's best friend, right?
Yeah, because I mean, like, and well, you know, and I wanted this really quick shout out, Big Gene, and say that I was sorry. Last Sunday, when we talked about Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse and the Madness, he said that he thought that Captain Marvel in the Doctor Strange 2 movie was Monica Rambeau's mom as Captain Marvel, and I was like, no, I don't think so. That's just some random woman that became Captain Marvel in this reality. That was Monica Rambeau's mom as Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I can't remember her name at the moment right now, but yes.
I can't either.
I think it starts also with an M, I think, but I don't know for sure.
I do too. But no.
It's just the different hairstyle, I think, that kind of confuses people.
She has like the short hairstyle.
Yeah. She's also 007 in the No Time to Die. She's the new 007.
Baby leg, hang out to shit like. I'm recording her. Hey yo, how long? My child. This is not my child. No, it's not.
Are you gonna help me?
Yeah, you gotta give me change.
I don't have change.
What happened to you?
Are you gonna help me?
What happened to you?
I don't know what happened to me. They said I got raped.
What?
Can you help me, please? They said I got raped. They said I got raped. Can you help me, please?
Oh my God, this is so what? This is good footage right here. Hey, yo, come on, I'm gonna help you right now. Come on.
Where are you gonna help me?
I'm gonna go get change for you.
Okay,
Hey, miss, you got change for a 20? You got change for a 20?
They said I got raped. I don't know what's going on.
I'm about to help you right now. Relax, yo. Just.
I had no idea what was going on there.
Oh my God, dude. That chick with she had a doll's leg coming out of her like underwear or whatever.
It was like a chicken leg, wasn't it?
No, it was a doll's leg. It was the leg of a doll.
A leg of a what?
Of a doll, like
a doll. Okay.
Yeah, like a doll. Yeah, that's what that was.
I was so confused. I'm like, I can't. Like, it's all blurry. So I'm like, is it like a uncooked chicken
Dude,
leg? I thought.
Why would any person do that, man?
I have no context or any idea of what the situation was. So random.
Only on the bleeding edge, folks. Only on the bleeding edge.
Much to my confusion, only on the bleeding edge. Yep.
Why you got that on? Where you going? Where's you going with that on? Where you going?
What?
Where you going?
I'm a stripper at Chippendales.
Never.
I'm around the old broads.
Are you serious?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm the nutcase.
Oh my God. You gotta put some.
I'm for normal.
Oh my God.
And I'm not a normal person. I've never even had a girlfriend, and I'm not homosexual.
Are you serious?
He's like, I'm a nutcase. At least he's honest. At least he knows he's not all there.
Yo, I finally restocked, Andrew. I've got some new shit, bro.
He's very self-aware, so that's good.
Yeah, I finally got some new shit on here. I've got some interesting stuff going on, man.
I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay, then I pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. So you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. No, my little bitch say I'm getting too booty. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like without them 20. Them hoes like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like without this money. I like having all these hoes. When I crush smile white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, gold. Came from the box, toes. Yeah, back in baby. 100, that would pay me a show. Probably some cap in my rap by the time this shit drop, they gon' pay me some more. I still can go back to the steps and
I'm so confused.
Yo, what the fuck was even going on there?
There was too much going on. Like none of it had to do at all with.
What the fuck was going on?
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Why did that freaking person just all of a sudden pick up some machine gun or some shit? Where did that come from?
He like picked up like an M14 or something. It looked like I don't know. I don't follow. What's up with his legs too? I wasn't sure. And then, like, the guy's grabbing toilet paper through that girl's legs. Yo, why is the toilet paper over the bathtub, first of all?
That is a great video, man. I'm telling you right now.
There's too much going on there.
Listen. I'm telling you right now, Andrew. One of the coolest things about being, like, on StreamYard and, like, being, like, you know, in control of this whole shit is that, like, when I do reaction videos with people and stuff and I play crazy-ass shit to start the show off, right. I can see them. You know, like I can see their facial expressions and like everything and whatnot, and it's funny, dude. It's funny. You know,
I always like the ones you do with Alexis when she just, whenever you say something, and then we all just look at her just to see her react, roll her eyes at you.
I was just actually watching that show yesterday of like when she finally cracked and whatnot and everything with me and you and Gunner and everything and whatnot. I think Vincent Van Spock was on there too on that show. But yeah, that was hilarious, dude. But she really did laugh her ass off at that point. I can't remember what I said, but I know earlier in the show she had mentioned something about how she had studied archaeology or whatever or something like that or whatever, and I was like, well, I like to focus on gynecology.
I do remember that. Yes. Yeah.
And she was like, you should have seen her face.
I remember that. Yeah. I don't think it was archaeology. I think it was something. It was some kind of like science.
That's what she said. She was like, "I've studied some archaeology and everything," and I was like, "Well, I really like to focus on gynecology."
Wasn't it Egyptology? She said.
No, archaeology, because we were talking about the whole Indiana Jones factor of like the Moon Knight episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so on another show,
this is awesome.
I know. Don't worry, she'll be back soon. So on another show, Danny J was guest moderating on a Friday night. He did a whole intro skit on me and my alter ego, Gyno Man, right? And I actually even like had a picture taken of myself. I had to have a brain scan done that day, so I got a picture for him of me and Scrubs, right? And we started the show off with a picture of me and Scrubs and shit. And he did this whole like introduction, like the backstory, the true origin story of Gyno Man, you know, like my secret identity or like my alter ego, you know, from like in my previous life where I was like a successful gynecologist, you know, and like I had to step back and everything and whatnot, you know, because I was so good at my job. And I was like ruining marriages and shit and everything, you know. Like,
ruining marriages.
I was just trying to like, you know, do my job and like, you know, be a good gynecologist and shit. And through that, I was, you know, causing women to have like multiple orgasms and shit like that and everything, you know. And it was becoming detrimental to society. You know, so I had to step back at that point. You know, for the good of society, unfortunately, even though I was really good at being a gynecologist.
Oh god,
it was my calling.
You know what this reminds me of? Have you ever seen that movie? It's that I can't remember his name. That not Dax Shepard. What's the other guy's name? That other comedian, Dane Cook. He has a movie where like he sleeps with women and like he's like a good luck charm kind of thing.
No, I didn't see that one.
No, but there's like a character in that movie who's like a gynecologist. He's like, hey, come in here, come check this out, and like check out these women, like this woman's breasts. Like he just abuses his job as a gynecologist.
Have you ever watched the Trailer Park Boys before?
I've never seen the series or the show or whatever it is, but I've seen.
Oh my god!
I know there's a lot of references to it. Yeah,
I have not watched that shit in forever, and oh my god, dude, that is a funny ass show, bro.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
This is Alan. This is Alan from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, my good friend. Alan is good people. I'd love to have you meet him sometime, Andrew. He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
He's a part of the team over there at the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, and we did some man-made reaction videos together. They're actually like really funny too.
How many different organizations is there? I know there's like I can never pronounce his name, the Radulich Broadcasting Network, and then you have this. Was the one you just mentioned earlier, the new future something?
Matt from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast is actually the guy who I'm paying to build the website for Minds of Creativity Network.
Minds of Creativity. There you go.
Yep. Because I mean, that's what he does. He's like a web developer or something like that, and whatnot in real life. So,
okay.
It made sense for me to go ahead and just hire him. This Thursday, hopefully, we're gonna finally like get started on that bitch and start like really laying it down and getting it together. That way, we can try to get it done. Once I basically have the website officially done and it's up and it looks good, and we wrap up a couple little things, I'll be ready to set a launch date. And then once I set a launch date, I'll start to go into like full on recruitment mode for the network.
Dope. Dope
See
stuff.
how that goes. I mean, hey, I've never done this shit before in my life. I have no experience with it.
Right.
I have nothing to work from other than like we'll have to see what happens and figure it out as I go.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm sure I can handle like running the day-to-day operations of a network and shit like that. I think I can deal with that.
Right.
I've got the time. I mean, I'm home all day anyway.
It's not like you're gonna be recording something like every single minute of every day, right?
And besides that, it's gonna take a minute for us to like bring in other creators, like you know what I'm saying. So, only having to deal with a couple of YouTubers or podcasters to work with on a day-to-day basis anyway shouldn't be that bad.
That's kind of what we're doing over there at GNN right now. We just onboarded a whole bunch of new writers, and I think we're starting another show, another like YouTube show too. So
that's part of the reason why I brought Vincent in, is because I knew that once it got to that point, I was going to need help, like tangible help.
Like the Joker says, there's room for aggressive expansion.
Well, I mean, I'm taking this shit very seriously. Like at the end of the day, my partner Jay gave me the opportunity and believed in me and thought that I was capable of stepping in and building this network. So
yeah.
I don't think he has any expectations of me suddenly turning into some kind of, big shot deal or whatever overnight. But I think he does expect me to actually tangibly make some moves and shit and whatnot and like build this network into something like, real.
Yeah. You're definitely a people person. You have a sort of magnetic quality to you. I think so. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you either love me or hate me. That's kind of how it is with me.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Nah, come on now. You sell yourself short.
I'm playing.
You have in general, you have like a very affable like quality, like you're very easy to get along with. This is my new Logitech Stream Cam, by the way.
Oh no, I was trying to see the Scarlet Witch. You got, is that a new poster you got above? I don't think I've seen that before.
Didn't see it? Yeah.
No.
Man. There you go.
That's
Scarlet
dope.
Witch. That's the Sam Wilson Captain America right there.
Right.
And then in the corner, I got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I got Band-Aid there right next to it.
Did you always have that Scarlet Witch one? Because that's the only one I've never seen before.
I just got it recently.
Oh, okay. Because everything else you have back there, I think I've seen it before, but I just didn't notice that one.
Yep, this is the Logitech Stream Cam. I now have 4 Logitech webcams right here that I have in front of me.
Can you like switch between all 4 of them quickly? Or no?
I've got a C920, which is right here.
Oh, okay.
It's on a mini tripod.
And you have like one that's like further away, right?
I've got a C922 on a flexible arm.
Oh, okay.
Above the Stream Cam. This is the Stream Cam.
And then you have like the ones like way off to the side, right? Like the
Brio.
distance, like
I got
the diagonal.
Yep, the 4K that shoots in 4K. And
that's there you go.
Yep, this is the one that has the wide angle shot that I like. I've got it on like a real nice tripod.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one for Cyber too. And this is what Cyber's actually using for his microphone as well.
Cool.
He's doing his audio straight through the Brio.
You can now do the things like they do on the TV shows, like where like they change like you like know which camera to look at with the little the little light that tells you which camera is like the main live one. You can actually switch to a new angle. Like we'll be right back.
I've always, ever since I started live streaming, Andrew, I've just always enjoyed being able to flip from shot to shot. You know, I like it. I enjoy it. You know,
That's dope.
Yeah, and you know, I like toys, man. I do. I'm pretty conservative with money, but I like toys. I do.
You can always do that camera change. Like we'll be right back.
Yeah, right. I got some different lighting going on too. I'll have to show you sometime. I got some panel lights, some soft lighting.
Okay.
As opposed to like usually in the past, I've always used like the big box lights. You know, the huge, you know, the ones on like the big long tripods.
When you say panel lighting, you talk about like the pads you put on the walls, like those kind.
Yep,
okay.
Like those, except they're attached to like tripods.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this is soft lighting I'm using right now. And that's why you're not seeing that reflection that I used to have.
Oh, it's like where the light's facing away, but it bounces off of like a white surface kind of thing, right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Like with the box lights, they generate hella light, but they're so intense that like they would cause these like big shiny spots on all my posters.
Yeah, like a ring light kind of.
They gleam, you know?
Oh, bleeding edge. A little connection there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, I mean, honestly, man, I'm disappointed about how Moon Knight turned out. So I'm hoping that Miss Marvel ends up being a good series. I really am. I mean, you know, I'm optimistic. I'm being open about it. Like I'm walking in open. You know, I'm not going to walk in with any preconceived negativity about it or anything like that or whatever at all. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I agree with you. Where I liked Moonlight up until the final kaiju battle on the side of the pyramid kind of happened at the end. But like outside of Loki, I don't think there hasn't been a Marvel like Disney Plus show that's like stuck the landing at the end, like really nailed the finale. They all have like great stories until that last one or two episodes, and then it's kind of just like, oh shoot, like we realize we have a lot of story threads to wrap up. It's kind of just wrap up everything in this last episode.
Dude, the Moon Knight finale was garbage.
Yeah, it wasn't great, which sucks because that rest of that show, that first half is a strong first half.
I'm telling you, 3, 4, 5 months down the road from now, people are going to look back at that series and they're going to agree with me, and they're going to be like, you know what, Moonlight was not a very good series. Like it could have been done differently. It could have been. I thought
the first 3 episodes were strong. I thought the first half was really good.
They were. I thought they were strong too. And you know what? I'm not trying to take anything away from Oscar Isaac. His performance, his acting in the series was great. It was outstanding. It was. But I did not go into the Moon Knight Disney Plus series looking for a psychological thriller. That is not what I wanted for Moon Knight.
Oh, okay. You know? I didn't know what I wanted. I was like, hey, it's Marvel and Disney Plus. Like I'm just along for the ride. So like overall, like the whole like the blackouts and everything, I thought that stuff was really cool. I enjoyed all that. I like when we actually get to see Moon Knight, like only for like 3-4 moments and throughout the whole series.
They already gave us Hawkeye, where there was very limited action in that series to begin with that series, right? With Moon Knight, I was really hoping they were going to go balls to the wall with the action and the violence.
Well, yeah, it's just weird to have a series called Moon Knight and like the character of Moon Knight doesn't even show up for like half of the episodes.
No.
I thought that was just really like an odd choice. I'm like,
In episode 4 and 5, you didn't even see Moon Knight really.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And 6, he really wasn't even in it that much either.
Well, I'm saying because in episode 1, you only see him like right at the end. That's why I was I was being a little facetious about it.
There was very little actual Moon Knight in costume Moon Knight in the series
for a show called Moon Knight, right? Like it's. What'd you think about what Leia becoming Scarlet Scarab? Because it seems like she's just a cooler Falcon, basically. That's what I took from it. Let's give Jeff a moment.
It didn't really do anything for me.
No?
No, I mean, it was interesting, but I don't know.
Are you an Egyptian superhero a little too on the nose for you? Because it was kind of a little bit for me. Like, I like the moment, but I just felt like the dialogue could have been better for that scene.
It just didn't feel organic to me.
I just didn't like how we don't see what happened to Harrow, where like he has what's his name, Mark or
Khonshu.
No. I'm talking about when on the ground where Harold has what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Is it Mark Stevens, the alternate character? He has him like in his hands, and he just blacks out, and then he comes to like he's on the ground, everybody's dead, and it's like we didn't have that satisfying finale when he was like about to kill him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because he switched over to Jake Lockley.
Yeah, then we have no, like it's just oh okay, I guess that got resolved. We're gonna take him back to the pyramid and like seal him and everything. I'm just like we didn't get a satisfying like finale like fight, and then just Khonshu and Amit just having this Godzilla King Kong moment. It just felt so like totally out of place. I think it was just weird.
I just really wasn't happy with the direction that the series went. Like when it got to about episode 4, I was right there and I was like, you know what? This is it. Like it's going to, how things go at this point is really going to determine how, like where I'm at with this series,
Right.
And how they went with it with episode 5 and 6, it just dovetailed, man. Kind of in line with what you said, dude. Like, it just kind of fishtailed, and Falcon and Winter Soldier did the same thing.
Yep.
Kind of fell off towards the end, was inconsistent from episode to episode. You know what I mean?
Right.
Moon Knight started off really strong, and then it kind of fell off.
It's weird. I wonder if it has anything to do with the direction, because I know, for example, for Moon Knight, there was 2 directors. There was one director who did episode 2 and 4, and then the main director, I can't remember his name. He's the Egyptian director. He did 1, 3, 5, and 6. So I wonder if maybe there was some kind of just like they didn't have great communication between the two or something. Like I don't know if that was a factor, or they just because a lot of these series they have like more than one. I think for TV series it's pretty common you have more than one director like for each different episode and stuff like that. But it just I would have preferred Moon Knight had it been a movie. I think a movie would have worked better for it.
They've done that with a lot of the different Disney Plus series, the multiple director deal.
Yeah.
I mean, like with the Ms. Marvel series, for instance, I think they have like 4 or 5 different directors.
Oof.
Yeah, they do.
That'd be too many cooks in the kitchen, maybe.
That's what they have going on, though. That's the deal. Like the Blade film, or no, not the Blade. I'm tripping. The Blade film right now, to be honest with you, is kind of like in pause. Like the last I checked that I knew of, Marvel Studios had decided that they wanted to go back out to the drawing board with the story and the script, right? Like they were not happy, I guess, with what they came up with the original script, and they were going to go ahead and restart from the beginning with it, and whatnot, and redo that whole deal.
I know they have a similar issue right now with the Fantastic Four film. Just lost its director too. I think the guy who did No Way Home and other Spider-Man films, he was attached to do.
I didn't understand why he was going to be the director anyway. It didn't make it. I didn't understand, just because typically directors that work with Marvel Studios don't stick around that long.
Right. Even the what do you call it? The Russo brothers kind of just did some big ones and then just bounced.
Yeah. You're talking about what's his name? John.
I wanted to say Mark Webb, but that was the director of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, different director.
No, John Watts.
There you go.
What did you think of Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness?
I love that movie. I loved it. Absolutely adored it. I thought it felt so different from the MCU, but not like that Eternals way where it felt like weird. This was weird, like in a good way. Absolutely loved it. I love the Sam Raimi-ness of like the close-ups and the freaking like the bizarre visuals, like when like the screen warping and the guitar riff and like just the use of like rock and like that kind of like metal sound at the weirdest moments. I absolutely love the movie.
What was your reaction in the theater when you saw the Illuminati?
I remember, I think everything for me was like spoiled, like Black Bolt, everything except for John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. That one I did not know. That one caught me off guard. Like everybody in my auditorium was like cheering and clapping when they saw him as Mr. Fantastic. So I thought that was really dope. I know that was like a fan cast, like people had been wanting him, but I didn't expect for him to actually pull through. I was more surprised not to see Tom Cruise as Superior Iron Man. I really thought that was going to happen, and it didn't. So when I saw John Krasinski as Reed Richards, I was like, "What? Like they did it?" But then that makes me wonder, like, is he going to be the Reed Richards in the actual Fantastic Four movie? I don't know.
He's got to be,
right?
He's got to be. Why would he even bother doing that?
Because everybody else who was there was like, those were the characters as a characters. Like the guy who plays Black Bolt is the same guy who plays him in the Inhumans TV show that didn't do so well. And like, I forget, I can't remember her name. It's Maria, right? It's not Monica, it's Maria, isn't it?
Yeah, Maria Rambeau.
Yeah, she's from the MCU, and we had Patrick Stewart back as like the as Xavier. Like all the people who are there are those characters either in the MCU already or in a Marvel adjacent project from the past. Like
I just don't see how or why he would actually even accept or even Marvel Studios would even put him in that movie like that as Reed Richards if he's not going to be Reed Richards.
I mean, I've seen some people say like, oh, they just put him in there because it's a short role and kind of just like there we did it kind of thing, like a wink at the audience, like the wink at the fans kind of thing, which I could kind of see that going. I could see it going 50-50, honestly.
The way I see it is like this, okay? I know for a fact that I'm not look, Cyber's the guy that's more knowledgeable and pays more attention to what's going on with like the movie industry and whatnot and everything and the ins and outs. But I know for a fact that John Krasinski overall wants to direct more, wants to produce more and everything and whatnot. And of course, all actors and actresses to some extent want to do that, right? But he really wants to. You know what I mean? Like he really wants to like take on big projects and stuff, just like Chris Evans. You know what I mean? You know.
Right.
And at that point, honestly, I think that like this isn't the only reason why he's gonna sign on to be Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four, but a big reason is gonna be the financial aspect of it and the fact that and the popularity of it, the potential of the what it could do for his brand. You know what I'm saying? Like and then the financial perspective, the fact that he could literally be signing a contract. He might have already signed it. He might have already started a contract with Marvel Studios for, who knows, maybe 7 films, 8 films.
Well, Marvel's not really doing that thing anymore where they used to sign people for like long.
Hold on a minute, Andrew.
Okay.
Do you honestly really believe that? Do you honestly believe that they're just not going to do that anymore?
That's what I've heard. I've heard a lot. Like for example, they interviewed what's her name?
Why?
Elizabeth Olsen. They got like about like is she like because the way Doctor Strange ends, like there's a possibility she could be gone or a possibility that she could come back.
She's gonna come. She's the most popular female Marvel character there is.
And after Scarlett Johansson, but we saw that turned out right.
Yeah, she's the new Scarlett Johansson.
And she said like, hey, like there's a clause in my contract where I can go ahead and sign on for another one yet, but I haven't signed that yet. She said. But she said she wants to come back. She does want to come back. She does want to come back though, because she said she wants to eventually get to that she wants to utter the "No More Mutants" line eventually.
I don't believe it. I don't.
Which part don't you believe?
I don't believe any of it. I believe that they're already, if they haven't already signed her to a long-term contract for multiple films, they're in the process of negotiating it right now.
Okay, I think that's possible. I think
after how successful WandaVision was, all the Emmys and everything that they were nominated for and whatnot, the fact that she won an Emmy for her role in WandaVision. Her performance as Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness, how popular she is right now in the MCU. She is the #1 female, MCU character and like female actress in the MCU. At that point, she surpassed Brie Larson.
I think everybody has surpassed Brie Larson.
And so at that point, I don't believe for a second that Kevin Feige would not want to go to her and just be like, you know what, why don't we just go ahead and sign you for a 5 to 7 picture deal, because like, look, they're going to want to do solo films with her. It's only a matter of time.
I think we're due for a Scarlet Witch, like proper film.
Listen,
I think so.
We all know that Kevin Feige wants to push the female angle, like the having more representation and equality with as far as like, putting the spotlight more on some of the female characters and the female actresses in the MCU, right?
Right.
It only makes sense, that they would want to get the most out of Scarlet Witch's popularity. She's popular, man. You know that. In the fandom, especially with female fans, she's huge.
Back to the John Krasinski thing. There's two things things, Jeff. Two things. One,
that money, the money.
Besides the money, but
if he signs a 7-8 year contract for film contract or something like that or whatever and whatnot, he's gonna end up probably making out of that. They're probably gonna offer him like, who knows, $150 million, $200 million total for the contract or whatever. That money is the money that like the kind of money he's gonna want to have around, so that when he's done with like Marvel, he can go ahead and like co-finance a film on his own or something like that he can like, you know, direct or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so there's two things recently that kind of tie into what you just said, where we know they like Feige and like the top like Marvel board, they had like their retreat, right? They just had their recent like wilderness retreat, whatever it is, for like the next 10 years of what the MCU is going to be like, right? So it's possible that since that just happened, they could be looking at how Doctor Strange 2 did and be like, okay, like, you know, we need to bring back we need to bring back Elizabeth Olsen for this. But also the reaction to John Krasinski was strong. Second thing, his show, Jack Ryan, it's like the Tom Clancy show that John Krasinski does. They just announced that this last season they're filming is the last one for the show. So coincidence that they're deciding to end the show right after this performance? Like, could be something there, maybe.
Yeah. Did you hear about this? With our when we put out our new merch, we're actually going to be selling our own Bleeding Edge version of Plan B called Plan T, named after TrueKnowledge, of course, and selling it at a heavily discounted price in order to support women's lib. We'll also be selling a condom for guys that don't like using condoms, that you spray on your penis and it actually dissolves after 1 minute during sex, so that you can then just like hit that shit raw. You know what I mean? And like, you know, the condom's gone.
Yeah.
No more of that, like, you know, no more of that immature, you know, just taking the condom and like pulling it off your dick last minute and throwing it across the room shit. You know, that's tough. That's hard to pull off, man.
It's interesting to see Bleeding Edge going into a pharmaceutical kind of market. So that's interesting. Jeff, I hate to do this to you. I actually have to go right now. I just got a
you know what?
call I missed.
Yeah,
I got to bounce.
Yo, we did an hour and 20 minutes, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
All right, man.
I'll catch you later,
brother.
right?
Take
See
care,
ya.
brother.
All right,
Peace.
bye.
Hey, folks, what's up? That is my man. I love me some Andrew, man. He's a good friend of mine. Good guy. Good people. Without question.
Girl, fuck. Slap me, bitch, and you won't slap nobody. Come on, baby. Oh, I told you, I know how to fight with her. But on some for real shit, cut this flame, because I don't like it. I can't because it's flame on it. You need something stronger than that, because they can see that. But that's what's good.
Oh, yeah, folks. I have no fucking clue what is going on with that person there in the video. That is definitely some interesting shit. But I cannot honestly say that I logically grasp what exactly the whole premise is in that interesting video with the crackhead chick with the fucking white paint all over herself or whatever he's got going on there. Definitely interesting, though. Definitely interesting. I'm going to keep that one around. So, this is actually off of the Bleeding Edge reaction collaboration I did with the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
Come back all sweaty.
Hey. I said, excuse me, but you don't understand where I'm at. I was all around the world, on span, across the map. I've been laying low and now it's time to pop up, bitch, I'm back. Now I'ma run it up. Snooze on the kid that you dumb or what? You better go get your numbers up. Now
島本刑事、とどめを刺せ。やめろ、島本刑事。やめろ、やめろ。そうだな。助けに来た男に殺される気分は。鉄十字団に恨みを持つ麻薬刑事さ。スパイダーストリング。格闘技世界チャンピオンスパイダーマン。
They should have substituted that Spider-Man guy and the guy with the fucking metal face for Brie Larson.
Dude, what was that guy's? What was his name? Metal Face?
I don't know what the fuck was going on with that guy.
I think that was Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus.
But anyways, folks, since that is like completely bizarre and fucking out there anyway, like obviously that must be an intro into the MCU's Bleeding Edge and another Bleeding Edge reaction, a group Bleeding Edge reaction to Bandmade Domination, the official live version. And it's going to be the first time that any of these guys have heard this song. They're just getting into Bandmade for the first time. They've never heard Psyche sing, so it's going to be very interesting.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah. We'll check out the first like minute and a half or whatever, and then I'll stop it and we'll get your first reactions.
Cool.
But once again, if you guys want to go around real quick, these guys are from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. And if you want to start, Parker, go ahead and just introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you again for having us on, man. We're for the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, blc.world or twitter.com/blcworld. I'm Parker. I'm the de facto host just because Fred and Alan don't talk too much. Well, Fred talks a lot, but Alan doesn't ever fucking talk. So check us out. We post weekly on Spotify, Google, Apple, all your favorite podcasting apps.
Alan.
Yo.
Oh, no, this is
that's all Alan has. It's like,
is that your intro, Alan?
That's basically it.
All right, man. All right, Freddie, what do you got to say?
Hey, this is your boy Freddie from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Just want to thank everybody for watching. Come over and check out the podcast. Support Jeff. And the Bleeding Edge, MCU'S Bleeding Edge. And just thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah,
what's your favorite Marvel movie, Fred?
My favorite.
Ooh.
You like the
Yo, that fucking guy just took his cell phone and just threw it against the wall, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
I feel his pain, though. If cell phones weren't so expensive, I'd do it.
Like my kid did that to me on Christmas Day.
He was doing the interview with that chick and it started ringing and he just threw it against the fucking wall, man.
There you go.
Whatever. You know what
it's probably her cell phone.
I love it, man. I think you know what it was? Brie Larson was calling. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
Brie Larson.
She was outside with her Nissan waiting for him.
Yeah, no. Oh, here we go.
Get it. Is this the same show as the other one we watched?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're playing around a Connie.
Connie, who is Connie?
Yeah. Oh.
Akani is the drummer. They were playing around Akani.
Oh, they were playing. Oh, okay,
Yeah, they do that sometimes. They play around her, like to her, in front of her.
Right.
To include her into the show.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Plight of the drummer, man.
Right. Yeah. Well, she's got the best seat in the house. In between the lead and bass guitar.
I'm telling you right now, the rhythm section of this band is the fucking engine of this band.
Yeah.
Right.
That and the bass. That and the bass keeps the foundation going.
Yeah, they are. They're the foundation of the band. Akani and Misa at the bass.
Yeah.
Misa.
So Alan, to start off, what do you think of Domination? What do you think of Psyche's vocals?
Wow, it's different.
Right.
It's different.
What you expected, though, Alan?
On the quality level, yes, but on the stage presence, I mean, the stage presence added a lot more to it.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, when they all got around, they knew what it's tough.
To me, I kind of, and I know your fans and probably fans of Bandmate are gonna hate me for saying this, but it reminds me of like a young Gwen Stefani. I mean, she kind of has that sound.
There's nothing disrespectful about that,
right? No, I mean, but I mean, I used to, I don't like her as much as I used to, but like when that first album came out, you know, that's when she was at the height of her career, even though she went on to do better than she did when she first started. But to me, that first album, like there's everything she did.
When they first started back in the day in California, out in Long Beach and shit, back when they used to play with Sublime and shit like that back in the day, like they were dope. Yeah.
They were.
I saw them
awesome.
in '98, actually in Greenville, where we live. They were playing with Bush and the Goo Goo Dolls, and that was like right before they like really hit it big. That was kind of their first big tour, and they were Gwen Stefani. I fell in love with that girl.
I'm telling you, man.
And I'm telling you, I can see the stage. Well, no, I mean, I see what you're saying. She's got presence. Like that's the thing. Gwen Stefani had that stage presence.
She had that stage presence. Yeah.
And even though they're amazing musicians behind her, she's still the one like stealing that spotlight.
Right, exactly.
Because her voice, she's got a commanding voice.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Psyche?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you guys think about the harmonies between the two different singers with the
right?
Backup vocalist? Singers with the backup vocalist singing too. Do you like that? Did you enjoy that part, Alan?
I think Alan might be having some connection issues.
Oh shit, Alan, you're frozen, man.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, he wasn't going to say anything anyway.
It's too bad I can't. I wish I could write a penis in your mouth on the screen. But I can't.
No, we will figure out a way. He's probably got one in there anyway.
Look, you guys.
But no, like,
wait.
Alan, I wanted to ask you what did you think of the harmonies? What did you think of the singing together?
Harmonies, I mean, the harmonies added so much. I mean, they did. I mean, her voice was intense, but the little bit of harmonies that they had, and I'm not saying like a little bit, like in the sense, but it was like it didn't overpower it, but it made her voice sound better. It just,
what about how they sing together when they're going when they're riffing off of each other and everything and whatnot during the song? Like, what did you think of that?
Oh, that was tight. That was tight. I mean, their timing is impeccable.
Yes,
right. It is. It's a very, very tight band. Their chord changes. Like you said, the two singers singing off each other. They know. You know what I mean? They just they're just in sync together like that.
It's more like
it's very rare to have a band that in sync with each other.
They're all extremely individually talented, all of them.
Right.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. It comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell, that you can tell by the audience engagement that they're fans. You know what I'm saying? They really love this band, and they must be huge. I don't even know how hugely popular they are in Japan.
It really adds something to the song and the video, doesn't it? When you see the fans out there and their energy.
Yeah, she puts the mic out and they're.
Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit up Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose.